Bless y'all. Welcome again to Ron's Opinion Don't Matter, the OG Network. And just so y'all understand that I titled this video because my personal opinion, life is beautiful. And that's real talk. I mean, we can get into whatever we gonna get into, but life is beautiful. Like I look back and I see a lot of things that's going on around in the world. It is some good, some great, some bad, but life is beautiful. And I love it. I love it. Um, you come in on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Appreciate it very, very much. We had a wonderful show last night on Philly Talk. For those that don't know what Philly Talk is about, Philly Talk is when we find people from the city of Philadelphia that are doing positive stuff, and we try to showcase them right here on the OG Network and give them the time, give them the space to explain, to tell us about the good stuff that's coming out of Philadelphia, not the bad stuff. We're gonna always find bad stuff. That's just the way it is. People, um, I never understand why people have such a infatuation with negativity. I don't understand that. Like I don't care how great things can be going in their life. They will always these type of people with this type of mentality will always find a way to focus on the most negative stuff that they could possibly focus on. And that's real talk. I don't care what nobody says. For me personally, um, yes, there is a lot of negative, but there's also a lot of positive. And if I see something that's meaningful, positive, somebody doing something positive, if they're doing more good than bad, I try to focus on the good. I never understand people. People will look at somebody else's life and find every critical thing they could possibly find out, but never look at their own. They will call all these people names. They'll say all the type of hateful stuff that they could possibly say out their mouth, but never turn around and look at themselves and see how hateful and them and how ungrateful and how hateful and how mean they are themselves. They just will. People love drama. They love negativity. They love drama. They think they win something when they have this mentality. Me, I love life. I think life is beautiful. I love God. I thank God for my life. I thank God for my experience in this world. No, my life isn't perfect. No, I don't have it all together. But man, God is good, and I am not. I try my best not to focus on negative stuff. I don't even like it when I'm around somebody, and I notice that no matter how positive you are about something, they always find some way to drag some negativity in it. I never understood that. And so for me, if I'm around somebody and I just constantly see, no matter if you say something positive, they find a negative. You say something great, they find a negative. You say something meaningful, they find a negative. Every time you turn around, they find some negative. What's up? What's up, dogs? What's up? Don't cause no trouble no more. Man, what's up? None7272. God bless you. Welcome in. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. What kind of rifle is that in the back? One's was built by Black Rain. The other one is like a kind of a 9 brand one. It's a 5.56. It's chambered in 5.56, and the one that's right behind me is a 458 SOCOM. Appreciate it. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Appreciate y'all very, very much. What's up, buddy? RK. God bless you. God bless you. Over dogs. It's fake. Yep. He said it's fake. My dog. What's up, brother? What's up? What's going? No, I'm great, man. I'm blessed, thankful, grateful. Gonna always be. Man, make sure y'all hit the like button. He made me laugh with that one. I've used that. I've taken that gun to the range many a time. So, but for the most part, yeah, you need to move from Jersey. I ain't trying to tell you what to do with your life, but I don't. Hey, look. Listen, I remember people used to ask me about moving to Jersey. I was like, nope, I don't like their gun laws. I don't like their gun laws. I'm good. I was like, yo, what's going on, man? Buddy 7272. I was like, if you live in Jersey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I got a buddy of mine, Sean, he lives in Jersey. And I just see, this is why I love to have the gun conversation. And I'm really gonna actually one of the newer shows that I'm gonna bring on OG Network is Gun Talk. I don't know if I'm gonna name it Gun Talk, but it's basically gonna be a show centered around conversation about firearms, what people like about firearms and stuff like that. So I am going to do a show once a week. It's going to be strictly about firearms because there's a lot that I don't know personally that I want to learn, and I want to learn from the audience. You know what I mean? Like I really want to get engaged with the audience about what they use, why they use. I mean, there's so much about firearms that I don't know. And I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot I know, but there's more that I don't know than do know. But I usually talk about firearms based off of the Second Amendment. I remind you of Gary Payton. But yeah, man, I mean, Gary, I'm trying. Why am I missing Gary Payton, the football player? All I got is a Glock 21, a 45, but my side, some reason I gotta get refinished, I guess. Yeah, I mean, definitely gonna have to probably look into that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Like, I'm really not a big NBA person. I don't watch a lot of NBA. But if you're a big basketball fan, make sure you check out Dover Dogs basketball. Make sure y'all check out Dover Dogs basketball. He has a basketball league. I keep saying Dover Dogs because that was the original name, but Delaware Dogs. He's in the chat right now. Please check out him. He has a basketball league, and they believe me when I tell you, y'all gonna be we do air the games on this channel. The Dogs basketball game, we do them live right here. Not every single game, but we do get some of the games right here on this channel. So if y'all get a chance to check out Dover Dogs, Delaware Dogs basketball, get it right, OG. It ain't my fault, it's your fault because you keep switching up on me. I know. Never heard of a Glock rusting before. I'm gonna be honest with you. Get back to that Glock situation. Make sure, I don't know if you do this or not, but you always got to make sure you clean your gun, and you always got to make sure you oil it down. Those are the two things I think a lot of time people don't they take that for granted. Clean it. Once you clean it, make sure you oil it down. I'm dead serious, like real talk. Because listen, even if you don't use the firearm on a regular basis, it's still always good to take it, clean it, and oil it down. Real talk. Yeah, and that's something. I'm not saying that you do or don't. I'm just saying that's something that you definitely want to do. I always do that. Like even if I don't use my firearms, I take them down and add, just take the oil, clean them up, and make sure you got a gun clean. If you don't have a gun cleaning kit, make sure you get you one, and make sure you clean it up. Real talk. Yeah, I appreciate you, buddy, man. Do me a favor and like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I appreciate you very, very much. But yeah, we definitely, I do want to have a segment where we literally talk about firearms. I want to grow in that industry, in that conversation, and I want to grow in that industry, and I want to have more conversation about it. So I do want to open it up. I feel sorry for people who live in California. I feel sorry for people that live in Jersey, New York. These people, and this is why I tell people that stop voting for politicians that want to limit your right to keep and bear arms. I don't care if they Democrat, I don't care if they Republican, I don't care what side of the spectrum they're on. The minute they start talking about gun control, don't vote for them. That is my one big advocate. I don't care what side of the fence they on. If they start talking about gun control, limiting guns, guns registries, anything related to making it complicated for citizens to own a firearm, which they shouldn't be in none of this conversation because it ain't their conversation to have. I tell people all the time, all gun laws are unconstitutional right here in America. Any gun law that they ever wrote across the board is unconstitutional. You know why? Because their right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Real talk. What is my favorite gun what is the favorite gun you ever shot? The one right, that's kind of hard. All right, my 458 SOCOM, the one right behind me. That's my favorite. That is right now my favorite gun. Now I just not too long ago recently bought me another semi-automatic shotgun. I have that I just bought. I did a video on it. If you go back a little bit ways, you'll see the video. That's coming up to being a close second. I mean, it might even overtake the 458, but my 458 SOCOM is my most favorite gun. Now, until I get that 50 cal. I never shot one before, but I definitely want to. Somebody said trans should not have guns. Like I don't believe in being. I don't think anybody should be a trans, but that don't take away your right to keep and bear arms. Because tyrannical government is tyrannical government is a bigger threat than somebody being a trans. So I get what you're saying, because I think there's a mental issue there, but a tyrannical government is the reason why we have a Second Amendment, and that is by far a bigger threat than somebody being a trans person. That's just my opinion, because the government has been more irresponsible with firearms than anybody. Look at all that. Look at all the equipment we left over in Afghanistan. Oh, I listen. I love my country. I don't care about nobody else. I love my country. This is where I live. This is where I was born. This is where I was raised. I'm not worrying about no other country. I mean, I ain't got no beef with no other country, but I want my country to be great. And that's it. And whatever that takes, I'm in on that. I want my country to be great because I want to benefit from all the greatness of my country. So if for somebody else who feel wanting to get, that's your choice. Me, this is where I'm at. I'm American. I'm always be American. And I want my country to be great no matter what. What's up, Tam? How you doing? God bless you. We were kind of on the conversation of firearms. And I was on the conversation of just saying, one of the things I want to bring to the OG network is a conversation around firearms. What people like, what they don't like, stuff like that. I'm trans and it's pretty wild watching you 2A and making your own medical decision. Party like throw me under the bus. Hey, everybody's subject to opinion. That's it. I mean, you subject to yours. I'm subject to mine. I'm not throwing you under the bus. My point is that I'm not going to put. I'm not going to quit. My thing is this: the ones that's throwing you under the bus is the ones that's telling you that because they think most people that has a trans person. My thing is this: what are you transferring into? So you're saying that I'm throwing you under the bus, but if I'm born a certain way and I decide and just mentally decide I don't have to participate in that. That's your choice. I don't have to participate in that. That's your choice. I think something personally is wrong with somebody if you don't want to be what you're born as. That's it. You don't like it, that's fine. It's personal. But I just disagree with it. Co-sider, I just disagree with it. Simple as that. I want people to have the right to keep and bear arms, and that's it. I don't care who you are. Like, that's one don't have nothing to do with the other. That's where they use those type of things to try to limit your ability. One don't have nothing to do with the other. My point is, I don't think no person in government should be making those type of decisions. Lawmakers, government, politicians, the right to keep and bear arms is for you to protect yourself against their decisions. If they decide to go tyrannical, that's a problem. That's why I disagree with that. Did I vote for Obama? Nope. I didn't vote for Obama. So glad, thankful I did not vote for Obama. Once Obama decided he was going to when he picked Joe Biden as his running mate, I was done. I would have never voted for him. That was that was the decision maker for me, is having Joe. How can you say how can you take a stand against racism, so to speak, but then pick Joe Biden as your running mate, who has by far been the most racist politician in politics as it relates to black people? A lot of his decisions that Joe Biden was fighting for as a senator was to try to go after African Americans in America by far, but yet all of these people voted for Obama when he picked this guy who is one of the most racist people in politics, as his running mate, and want to tell everybody to just let that go. I just refuse to let it go, so I wasn't going to vote for him. With a nostril that massive, I'm surprised you can smell the bullshit that you're spewing. What? Tell me, what did I spew that was bullcrap? Where was I wrong at? Joe Biden is by far the most racist politician there is in politics, historically wise. That was the reason why he came up with that crime bill, is to go after black people. That's the reason why he went after semi-automatic, because black people started owning them. That's the reason why he wanted to limit your ability to have a firearm, because he saw black people owning them. And then Obama decided to turn around and pick him as a running mate. Joe Biden has used the N-word towards black people many a times. But again, so where's the bullcrap? See, when he got too old to realize what he was doing, and these people could convince him, because now he's senile. Now y'all trying to paint him as a non-racist. I knew better. That's why I didn't vote for Obama. And my thing is this: Obama don't care about black people neither. Tell me what he did for him. He was in office for 8 years. He campaigned and talked all that bullcrap. And how did the African American community benefit from his presidency? Tell me that. What African American community benefit from Obama being president? And that's real talk. But again, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hitting that subscribe button. Appreciate it very, very much. Yeah, politics do so. And they don't have to. But what happens is, if we have a tendency to keep voting for people that don't care about the country that you live in, it sucks. Because here's what happens a lot of times with politics. Some of these people go into office and they might have good intentions until they get there and find out, and then they turn corrupt. That's usually, I'm not saying in every single case, but a lot of cases, that's what ends up happening. Politics has sucked over since Bill. Politics has sucked over since Bill Clinton left office. I get the humor in that one. Too much money to resist corrupt. Right. And that's what happens. I think a lot of them might go in with good intentions, but they turn corrupt. And that's my point, is that, and if you don't have enough strength within you to stand up for what's right, you're going to fall into the same trap. That's real talk. You're going to fall into the same trap. That's why I agree with having term limits. I don't think no one should be in there too long, because that's where the corruption starts. What's up, my brother out the pit? Them KJs. God bless y'all. God bless y'all. Make sure y'all subscribing to the OG Network. Make sure y'all liking and subscribing to the channel. Like I said, and you're right, Foxbox. I agree with you with that. Listen, understand this. A lot of time people come in here and they see the flag, they see the guns, and the first thing they start saying, oh, he Republican. Yes, I voted Republican. I voted down Republican lines. But understand me real quick. I am not loyal to that level of no party at all. I am loyal to my country, first God, my family, and my country. And when I see politicians running office, I want them to do the right thing. I'm not listen, I will pay attention to how you are as a person in general, but that is not my number one status of why I vote for somebody. That is not my number one status of why I vote for somebody. My number one reason for voting somebody is how you talk and what your conversation is around gun ownership. That is number one. And I say this all the time. And most of the people on the Democratic side wants to limit your ability to keep and bear arms because you clearly see it in the places that they buy for a run. So therefore, most of the Democrats will never get my vote because I know their whole intent is to get people to disarm themselves so that they can come in and get the rest of it so that they can put you in under government tyranny. That is what they're going to do. That's what they want to do. Now, on the Republican side, I don't see a lot of this going down, but I still have a problem with any, just like the 5 Republicans I mentioned in the state of Pennsylvania that went rogue and start talking about limiting guns and wanted you to go do this gun registry. I put them on blast. I still got the list right in front of me. And every once in a while, I remind people that are Republicans, do not vote for these 5 in the state of Pennsylvania because they are a problem. So my thing is this. That's the number one. Shall not be infringed. That's right. Because I understand fully of why that is. Why would you let the government tell you what you can and cannot have? You elected them. They are you're their boss. And now you want them to tell you to disarm yourself. What happens? The government got powerful weapons. Why would you let them limit you to what you can have? They can come in and do a lot of damage if they wanted to. What are you going to do to protect yourself if that happens? And that's why I have this conversation all the time. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very, very much. Y'all don't understand how corrupt this government system can be. If COVID haven't taught me anything, it taught me this. You better be ready at all times. I can care less about most of the propaganda and the bullcrap that they try to spew. The fact that they came in and tried to tell you what to do, to tell you to stay in your house, and then they use the military to some level to try to continue that on and threaten your livelihood, threaten people's job, threaten your future. They threaten everything about you, and y'all still on the path of y'all trust them. Y'all trusting these people who weaponize the government against the very citizens by trying to control them and control your life. And they did all of this under the Biden administration, and y'all still cowering down to them. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to cower down to them. If that didn't teach you anything, your behind should be there. Make sure you have formed them unless you're amongst some people that you know and trust, and make sure y'all all good and trained and ready to go if that ever happens again. The government of the United States of America should be under the very same threat that we are under. Matter of fact, more. Because what will stop them from being tyrannical or trying to enslave a group of people if they wanted to? How would you defend yourself? So explain to me, if you're letting these politicians who are corrupt make laws that gives them more control over your life and you less control over defending yourself from them, why would you trust that? Why would you trust that? In the state of New Jersey, y'all should be organizing right now and getting rid of any politician, Democrat or Republican, that talks that way. In the state of New York, the city of New York, Philadelphia, Chicago, every single one of these places, y'all should be get out of the hype and all of the bull crap that they keep spewing to y'all. Y'all should be organizing and going and getting rid of every politician, rather they Democrat or Republican, that talk that way. Every single Republican that talk that way, every single Democrat that talks that way. Bro is talking alligator Alcatraz. Like I said, I guess Notorious. Well, I guess you be the first to go. If the government was to decide to go tyrannical, you'd be the first to go. You have no fight back because you trust them. You trust them. You'll be the first one to go because you trust them. Still blaming Biden for Trump's problem. I didn't blame Biden for anything. I know what Biden did. Trump inherited Biden's problem. Trump inherited, and he's fixing it. As we speak, everything that I lost under Biden, I got back under Trump. What did you get? Because you didn't pay attention? That's on you. I'm doing great right now. All of the money that I lost under Biden, I got back under Trump. Real talk. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hitting the subscribe button. But again, how am I delusional when I'm making money? How am I delusional when the borders close? How am I delusional when they're getting rid of these immigrants out of my country that I want gone? So where's the delusion in that? How am I delusional when he sent the National Guard down into black communities to save black lives, and they're getting their lives and they're able to actually walk down the street without getting jacked and stuff all the time? Make that make sense. How is that delusional? You tell me, y'all keep talking about Trump, but tell me what the Democrats are doing. See, my thing is this, they can come in here and have a whole conversation about Trump and how much they had, but they never come in here and tell me anything that the Democrats are doing that is meaningful. That's because the Democrats have no substance to work on. That's because the Democrats have nothing to work on. And I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all might want to pay close attention because y'all might be looking at one of the next presidents. And if I run for president, I'm gonna run as a Democrat just to piss y'all off. You might be looking at your next president right now. And if I was to run for president, I'm going to run as a Democrat, not a Republican. I'm going to run as a Democrat. That's real talk. I'm going to run as a Democrat because I'm going to fix them. I holler and yell every day on my chat. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button so y'all can come back and say y'all speech and speak your mind. And speak your mind. But if I was to run as a president, believe me when I tell you, I will run as a Democrat. And I will piss everybody off. Because I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of what I see Trump doing as he's running the country, that's exactly what I would do. But I will go fix the Democratic Party because we have right now we have a two-party system. And one has a lot more act right than the other. The only thing the Democrats is offering you is a whole bunch of emotions and stuff. That's it. My brother out the pit is funny. He said he's just playing everybody. I'm not gonna let him do it. I'm not about giving nobody nothing for free. You want something, earn it. You want something in this world, earn it. I had to earn it, so I want everybody else to earn it. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. But in my opinion, you want something, earn it. That's it. I'm not forgiving nobody nothing for free. Because my thing is this. Again, goes back to common sense. It goes back to common sense. In order for you to give it to somebody, who are the slaves that y'all going to make do the work for the other people to get it for free? So which one of y'all intend to bring back slavery? So tell me, for those that think people should get stuff for free, out the pit, you out the roof, my brother. For those that think that people are supposed to get something for free, who are the slaves that y'all gonna go get to do it for free? So if somebody wants a house for free, what slaves are y'all gonna get to build it for free? For all the people that think somebody should get something for free, where are the slaves at that y'all gonna go get to do it for free? The fake laugh is cringing. My question is, if you think somebody's supposed to get it for free, who's going to do it for free? Do you do your job for free? Whatever you work at, do you do the job for free? Or do you expect payment? So if we're going to hand people free food, who's going to grow it for free? Who's going to cultivate the ground for free? Who's going to do all the planting and the farming and all of that other stuff for free? Who's doing it? If, in order for somebody to eat for free, who's going to do it for free? Laughing because his own lack of understanding. I asked y'all a question. Who's going to do it for free? What slaves are you going to get to do it for free? Good boy, keep uplifting your white massa. What the hell does that have to do with white? What the hell does what I said has anything to do with white? You idiots in the lie said that y'all want to give somebody something for free. So I asked the question was, what slaves are y'all going to go get for somebody else to have it for free? Because somebody got to do it for free. Slavery never left. It just went from shackles from your feet and arms to your minds. I mean, again, if you felt that way, if it's just your mind, right? What are you going to do for free? That's not slavery. This is where the idiocy goes deep. If you got a vehicle, right? Somebody built that vehicle. Somebody mined, developed, and made that vehicle. You went to go purchase that vehicle because you saw value in it. You went to work to earn the money to be able to purchase the value in it. That was your choice. How is that slavery? You wanted it. You did it. How is that slavery? If you don't want no parts of this stuff, then don't go work for it and don't go do nothing for it. And let me know how that worked out. You got a choice. I'm not upset. I'm never upset. Understand this. I'm never mad and I'm never upset. I'm never, ever upset. My life is beautiful. I am a blessed man. God is good to me. I'm never upset. Don't ever mistake my talking loud as a means of being upset. I'm going great right now. And he is. Whether you like it or not, that's your choice. In my opinion, right now, Trump is doing exactly what he campaigned on. And it ain't even my opinion. It's factual. Go look at everything that Trump campaigned on, and you tell me, is he not? Trump is doing everything he campaigned on. So if I listen to him campaign, and I'm looking at what he's doing, he's actually doing what I voted for. So what's the problem? I wanted him to close that border and stop all these illegal immigrants coming over here. That was my number one thing, because that was an invasion. He stopped it. I wanted him to collect all these illegal immigrants and get them out of here as fast as possible. He's doing it. I wanted him to put tariffs on these other countries so that we can bring back building and making stuff right here back in America. He's doing it. So where's the problem in that? See, y'all don't understand this. My thing is this. I want this stuff here back in America. I don't want us to keep making it in China and making it all and buying it from everybody else. America has become too much of a consumer and less of a builder and maker. So I'm okay with it. This is what I want. I want it back here. I don't care if they go other places. Let me explain something to you. America is a $20 trillion a year economy. They can go somewhere else if they want to, but eventually they're going to come back here because they're going to want to partake in this. If I got a flea market over here and he got a flea market over there, and if and my flea market got more people coming to it and more people spending money and more people thriving and doing well, and the one over there isn't, the people over there are going to say, well, I need to pay to go over there because that's where everybody going. So you can go to another country, but again, America has the largest economy. They're going to come back here because that's where that money at. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. You don't have to agree with me. None of y'all have to agree with what I'm saying. This is Ron's opinion don't matter. That's the show. Ron's opinion don't matter. So you come here and you give me your opinion. You don't have to actually believe nothing I say. I'm from the United States of America, state of Pennsylvania. That's where I'm from. And this is my point is that for some reason they think everybody's supposed to think alike, and that's not going to happen. I think the way I think because I chose to think the way I think. See, I see a lot of people, paid actors, right? Paid actors. But guess what? My vote for Trump never came with a penny. I didn't ask for nothing for nobody. I literally made my decision to vote for Trump on my own. I wasn't coached by nobody. I wasn't influenced by nobody. I did that on my own. I did my own homework. I went and looked at what's really going on, went down that rabbit hole that I did not want to go down, and I ended up right where I'm at. And I said, you know what? I'm good. I can care less what anybody else think. In my own small way, I'm going to help save this country. And if I can get more people to get out of that bull crap and see what's really going on, they can benefit from this. As opposed to just listen to a bunch of noise. Because my team is doing well. Because we listened. We paid attention. We're doing better. You can't save squat you don't know. Don't tell me what I can do. See, that right there is telling me that you have a limit in your brain cells. Don't ever tell me what I can't save. You might not think you have the ability to. I have the only limit in my life is me. And if I'd rather try to do it and fail at it than to never try at all. So yeah, you may think that way, but I'm not going to think that way. Because here's the thing. I got results. I got people in my corner, in my circle, got results by that. We got results, substance behind what I'm talking about. So my thing is this. It doesn't matter what you say. My thing is this. Pay attention. Get out of your feelings, get out of your emotions, and start paying close attention. Even though they don't even try to, they're not trying to help you. Most of them are not trying to help you. But if you really, really pay attention, you'll find out how to make it from it, how you can benefit from it. Because they are corrupt. Most politicians are corrupt, especially if they've been there for a while. Not all of them. I'm not going to put every last one. That's just, to put every politician in that circle is for me to say all black people are thieves or all white people are racist. I'm not doing that. I'm not playing that game. My thing is this. I'm not going to put every single politician in that circle. But the vast majority of them, if they stay there too long, they become corrupt. And you're right. At the end of the day, my opinion don't matter. Maybe not to you. But for somebody that has gotten results out of my opinion, it matters a lot. Now, it might not matter to you because you don't like my opinion. But it matters a lot to people that has. Because one thing about me is that my opinion is one thing, helping somebody is another. But I help people. I'm willing to help people that's willing to help themselves. If you're not willing to help yourself, you can't get no help from me. Because I'm not for the laziness. I was never lazy. I grew up poor. I grew up extremely poor. There were times I didn't know if we was going to eat tomorrow or not. But I never let that be an excuse for me to be lazy. I never let that be an excuse for me not to want things. Once I found out that if you have a little bit of talent or a little bit of a skill that people are willing to pay for, I realized that I don't have to be poor. I can actually make something of myself. And that didn't, and listen, I grew up in the hood, North Philadelphia. North Philadelphia, that's where I'm born and raised. North Philly. And I still did not let that be an excuse for me to be lazy. So, and for people that sit there and talk about me, oh, you this and that, you can't, bro, y'all can say what y'all want to say. You don't really know me. Most of y'all don't know me and don't know what I'm about. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. But at the end of the day, I'm never going to listen. I love what God has made me into, and I am going to continue in this path of helping making my country great and helping to make people that's willing to get the help. Because here's the thing, some of the people that I help are helping me too. And we help each other. We help each other grow. We help each other expand. And we help each other to do great things. Yeah, I like Trump. I ain't got no beef with Trump. I like Trump. I voted for him. Why wouldn't I like him? I voted for him. Is he perfect? No. Do he got flaws? Yeah, he got a lot of them. We all do. But for the most part, I voted for Trump, and I'm good with it. I'm good with it. See, I didn't let nobody hate me because they told me to hate them. See, that's the difference between people. I did not let somebody tell me to hate somebody, even though I don't know the person. I did my homework. I don't hate nobody. I look at what they do, and I measure on that. Nobody's perfect. So I don't have no hate for nobody. But if your individual choice as a president has a detrimental effect on the people, it's not about me hating you. It's your bad choices is causing a problem. I don't believe you're a real American. I don't know if you're talking to me, Jack, but I am. If you're talking to me, I am. And I love my country. And that's real talk. So for me, it's like this. If I see somebody trying to make something out of their life, your hairline lets me know you voted for Trump. That's funny. I gotta give you that one. Let me see, what is it? Who said that? Mr. Overland. I gotta give you that one. That is original. Most of them come in and say the other stuff, but that was original. But here's the thing. I got a hairline, and I got a full head of hair. And I'm thankful and grateful for that. He said, Carl said that fake laugh is cringing, but yet Carl has been here for the last 15 minutes listening to it. Like I said, he said it's cringy, but he's been here for the last 15 minutes listening to the cringiness. What was my issue with Kamala Harris? She was stupid. Kamala Harris is dumb. Literally dumb. She's an airhead. She is an airhead. That's why. She's stupid and she's an airhead and she lacks intellectual. And then my thing is this is that, and this is the part most people don't like about what I say, is that I don't want a woman president. and most people are going cape for women. I don't want a woman president, because I know that there are foreign entities around the world that is waiting for that moment. I want a man president, and that's just me personally. Why? Because I want you to see that you're under threat. I did not want Joe Biden. Looking at what Joe Biden was, I'm sorry. He was a sign of weakness. Joe Biden was a sign of weakness. The frailty that he was displaying on the public stage was a sign of weakness. I don't want my country to look like that. I don't care if I don't particularly care for the leader. That's a bad sign. That's why when Trump go to meet these leaders, I love how he stands there. He stands around these leaders in an authoritarian manner to let them know that don't mess around with us. That's why I like the way he stand there. I like the way he shake hands and he grip them and he kind of give them that little yank. So my thing is this: if you don't like him, that's fine. That's cool with me. I don't care. I don't have no beef with him. I don't know him enough to have a beef with him. I know the job that he's doing. I'm good with that. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. Make sure y'all hitting the subscribe button. Appreciate it very, very much. What's up, Mike? Talk to them. God bless you, bro. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. You don't know what you signed up for, bro. What you mean I don't know what I signed up for? I'm getting what I voted for. Why would I complain about getting what I voted for? Everything that the man has done up until this point, I'm getting what I voted for. He has yet to deviate from what he's campaigned on. Let's see those gets. Number one is he's pushing to give people their rights to keep and bear arms. He's pushing for you to be able to conceal carry across the United States without all of this. Oh, you got to look for what state you can have your firearm and what state you can't. He's actually defending your right to keep and bear arms. That's a big one for me because I don't trust government. He hasn't stopped the Ukraine war, but yet he stopped 8 others. He might have not fixed the Ukraine war, but he stopped 8 wars so far. 8 of them. So this is what I mean by people that love to focus on negative. They're going to bring up the Ukraine war, but ignore the fact that he stopped 8 other wars already since he's been in office. But y'all want to talk about the one he didn't. Y'all want to talk about Ukraine war. Now, don't get me wrong. He preached out of his mouth that he was going to stop it in one day. That didn't happen. That's the truth. But the reality of it is, okay, he can't. He don't have no control with what Zelensky do, and he don't have no control over what Putin do. But I can tell you this much. He has made an extreme conscious effort to try to stop that war too. He stopped 8 wars, and he has put a lot of effort into trying to stop that war. So don't sit there and act like he didn't try. And he's still trying to this day. And yes, I see your gun happy. Yes, I am. George Bush, 400% inflation. I don't like George Bush. I never liked George Bush. I never cared for George Bush. But here's the crazy part about George Bush. You notice how close George Bush is to the Obamas? You notice how close George Bush is to the Clintons? You notice how they all so cool with each other? Did y'all notice that? So I don't bang with George Bush. So bringing George Bush up as an example to the Republican Party when you clearly see that he banged with the Democrats is not a good example. Find somebody else. You saying I voted for a predator. Y'all love to get y'all behind hands to y'all need listen, Trump said he's going to release all I don't know if he is for fact, But y'all keep saying that, but everything that I've seen so far did not say none of that. 50,000 pages released of Epstein files so far. 50,000 pages. And y'all ain't got nothing. Only thing y'all have is proof that the Democrats was trying to incriminate him. They were trying to find a way to incriminate him. That's all y'all got right now. If you knew the history of this country, you would be too. Well, I'll be what? Let me see. Trump pardoned Hillary Clinton. I don't know if that's true. I'm not too sure about that one. I don't know if Trump pardoned Hillary. I'm not sure about that one. I mean, you might be right. I don't know. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Appreciate it very, very much. I'm not too sure about that. I don't know. Do me a favor, user, whoever you are, go find some factual stuff. Like, stop making stuff up out of your head and go get some real information. Like, there's some point, like, I put up with a lot of that, but one thing I don't like is people just making up stuff out of their head and not actually having some real hardcore facts. And I try to be that, but it is what it is. I can't, like, I'm not going to sit there and keep entertaining stupidity. So, bye-bye. I love guns. I was agreeing with you. No, them K's, listen. I'm not, listen, I don't think that what I was saying was coming at you, because I'm not. Now, I mean, I love your channel. I go to your channel. I know how much you love guns, and we're on the same page with all that. We on the same page with all that. One thing I always say is this, is that you got to be able to have conversations that you don't always agree with. And I'm not saying me and you disagree with anything. What I'm saying is, you guys talk about snowflakes until someone says something you don't like. One thing I say is this, is that them K's, honestly, I'm at the end of the day, I'm a big firearm person. You know what I mean? And I know the real purpose behind having the access to the best weapons. And I'm not mentioning firearms for a reason. I know that having access to the best weapons possible is one of the best ways to ensure that you have your freedoms, not based off of these politicians and their dumb decisions. The one thing to guarantee your freedom is a threat with a threat to someone else is having access to the best weapons possible. I don't trust government. So that's the reason why I talk the way that I talk. Dirty money. I prefer RPG and Semtex. Drifting, I'm not too sure about that. Allowing Qatar to build a military base in the U.S., I'm not too sure about that. I don't know if that's factual or not, but I'm going to be honest with you. I said this a long time ago, and I might not even be right about this. When America sets up all of these bases in all these other countries, doesn't that look like a threat to another country? Wouldn't that, like, if your enemy, let's say you had an enemy, and you see them setting up shop around you, wouldn't you have a problem with that? Like, this is the part that I'm looking at it from a different angle. Wouldn't you have a problem with that? Like, if America was setting up shop in other countries, like how we set up shop, if I'm another country and I'm looking at this, I'm like, what is their ultimate goal here? Like, so I'm not going to argue with other countries having the ability of looking at America as if they got some bad intentions. I don't know for sure. But for me, on the other side of that, I would look at it that way. But here's the thing. I'm in America. This is my country. So For me, I would have a problem with that because listen, here's the thing. I would have a problem with that because I don't know how to trust another country to do something. If we're building something in America, but how can we're allowed to do a lot of stuff in other countries? So don't you think at some point they're going to be like, well, why we can't never do nothing there? Now, don't get me wrong. I don't agree with it. I just don't. I don't agree with that. What do you think about the ongoing independence Palestinians? First of all, Palestinians need to fight their own battle. Just like Israel need to fight their own battles. See, my thing is this. Y'all worried about other countries. I'm not worried about that. I'm here right here in America. I'm not worried about somebody else's home when I'm right here and worrying about mine. See, y'all so focused. My thing is this. If y'all care so much about Palestinian and y'all care so much about Israel, why y'all not there? Just like those that care so much about Mexico. All of these people keep talking that stuff, but they talking it in the safest country you can say it in, right here in America. If you feel that so strongly about these places, go help them. Go take your behind over there and go help them. What's up, Aunt Like the Bug? God bless you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Please hit that like button, y'all. Please hit that subscribe button. Appreciate it very, very, very much. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So you're telling me that what I said was dumb? Make that make sense. I'm not concerned about another country when I live right here in America. I need to make sure we good. That's just like me having kids and not feeding my own and feeding everybody else, but not feeding my own. That don't make sense to me. I need to take care of home. I'm not responsible for Palestinians. I'm not responsible for Israel. Now, I can't tell you what the government do and don't, but me personally, no, I need to take care of home first. That's number one. Now, if there's something we can do to help, that's fine. But we need to first take care of home. I'm American. And there's enough issues right here in America that need to be addressed before I start worrying about Palestinian, before I start worrying about Israel. Then I can't control what the president do. I can't. But I'm not going to sit there and cake for worrying about some other country when I'm right here. I want all of these people that they ain't supposed to be here, I want them out. I want them to go back. If you feel so strongly about another country and you got an allegiance to that country, then why are you not there? Helping to make that country great. If you feel that strongly about it. If you feel that strongly about that country and the protection of them, then why you don't go over there and help fight that battle? That shirt was good, looks good. Where was it made? I don't know. Now I just spit up your mother. Carl said he just spit up a child. No, I just spit up your mother. Sandra Wells, how you doing? God bless you. God bless you. You're scared to fight the battles. I fight my battle in my country. That's it. I'm not worrying about no other country. Ain't nothing personal. But right here, that's what I'm concerned about. You're spitting up a Confederate flag. It was made in America. What's up, T? How you doing? God bless you. Welcome in. There's that cringy laugh again. But yet you have been here for 20 minutes listening to my cringy laugh. First man, what's up? How you doing? God bless you. Welcome, man. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. One of the most ignorant people I've ever seen live. You talking about me, Vince? Vincent? I'm ignorant. You think I'm ignorant? See, my thing is this. Y'all making the statements who y'all don't know, and y'all calling me ignorant. Meaning every decision that I made, I'm winning right now, but I'm the ignorant one. My investments are going up because of who I voted for, but I'm ignorant. My cost of living has went down because of who I voted for, but I'm ignorant. Illegal immigrants are getting shipped up out of here, but I'm ignorant. The border's closed, but I'm ignorant. Tariffs on other countries, but I'm ignorant. Inflation has come down drastically, but I'm ignorant. Okay. First man, what's going on? My thing is this, you ignorant. Who you vote for? Vincent? Who you vote for? You probably didn't even vote. You're probably not even American. Who did you vote for? Don't talk about who I voted for. I said who I voted for. Who you vote for? Antonio Yanez, I guess that is, says, it's funny how you say God bless you. I'm sure you read the Bible and call yourself a Christian, but you don't help your fellow man. Once again, making assumptions about somebody. You don't know what I do. You have no clue what I do for anybody at all. EBT was held back because of the Democratic Party. They the ones who's holding it back. And my thing is this, listen, at the end of the day, and I'm gonna tell you what the Bible says. Since you brought up the Bible. The Bible says if a man don't work, he shouldn't eat. That's what it says. For those that keep talking all that, oh, because you're a Christian. Maybe you should read the Bible. See, when God made Adam and Eve, he told him to dress that garden and keep it, right? That means you were supposed to do something. Not wait for somebody to hand you something. That's why the Bible says that if a man don't work, he shouldn't eat. God created you to be productive, not lazy. So if you want to talk about the Bible, make sure you know what you're talking about. So y'all go nitpick these little parts and act like y'all know something. That's the reason why you impoverished. The Bible said because of you slothfulness, laziness leads to poverty. That's what it says. So if you want to get yourself out of poverty, get up, learn how to do something, and do it. Stop waiting for somebody to hand you something. The Bible also says, do not make a man your king. I don't know what you're talking about, because there is no king but Jesus Christ. In the United States, we don't have kings, and we don't have rulers. You can call somebody that, but I'm explaining to you this about a king and a ruler. If we had a king in America right now, all of those people that went out there and protested no kings, right? I want y'all to hear this. All of the people that went out there and protested no kings. If we really had a king or if we really had a dictator, guess what? They would not be free to do that. They would have been met with authority and shut down before they even got started. That's what kings and rulers do. If we had a king and we had a ruler, we would not have a Supreme Court. You know why? Because the Supreme Court would not have no say-so. We wouldn't have a Congress. We wouldn't have a vote. We wouldn't have any of this stuff if we had a king and we had a ruler. Matter of fact, if we had a king and ruler, we wouldn't have firearms. We wouldn't have access to firearms. We wouldn't have a Constitution. We wouldn't have the right to defend ourselves against government tyranny. So to say someone is a king and a ruler, they have to have ruler and kingship authority. And nobody in this country has that right now unless you give it to them. We would not have a vote. So again, before we speak, we need to pay attention to what people do. The reason why the Democratic Party always talking about gun control and all of this stuff about we need gun registries. And the reason why they talk about you need to limit your firearm and we need to limit your ability to have this weapon and we need to limit your ability to have that weapon. That is a slow walk to kingship. That is the slow kind of virtual signal walk to kingship. That is the whole intent behind that, is to slow walk you into falling into the trap for them to become kings and rulers over your life. That's why that Constitution and the Second Amendment is put there, to make sure, to guarantee to some extent that won't happen. But if you think that the Democratic Party care about you, why they keep bringing up gun control? I want y'all to explain to me, from the people that believe in Democrats and vote for them, why is it that the Democratic Party always talking about gun control? I don't mistreat nobody. But if you come here without permission, it's time for you to go back home. Simple as that. If I yell, BS sounds true. Again, I'm asking y'all a question. Why do the Democrats always talking about gun control? Why do the Democrats always talking about limiting your right to keep and bear arms? You really think both can? Again, I asked y'all a question. Why do y'all think that the Democrats are doing what they always talk that way? Oh, now he said this is from my Bible. I don't have a Bible. I never made a Bible to have a Bible. No, I did not. I never served in the military. I asked y'all a question. Why is it the Democrats always talking about gun control? Why is it the Democrats and all Democratic ran cities got the toughest gun laws across the whole country? I'm asking y'all a question. Y'all never want to answer my questions. I answered a lot of y'all's. Now I'm asking the question. Why do y'all think that the Democratic Party always pushing gun control? Since y'all always saying Trump is so corrupt and Trump bad guy, now y'all stupid people on my live, answer my question. Why do y'all think that the Democratic Party is always talking about gun control? Why do you think that the Democratic Party is always trying to limit your right to keep and bear arms? Because they are the ones that want to become kings and rulers and dictators over your life. But they keep pointing you to one that's not doing it so that y'all don't pay attention to the ones that actually is doing it. I don't care if they run it. See, I don't cape for women like that. I'm not hung up like that. So I don't care if the women run for me. Because see, the difference between me and you is that I don't have to chase them. Although I have a woman and I'm not concerned about that, but I never had to chase them. Because real women recognize real men. Matter of fact, they become more feminine when they're in the room with one. See, the difference between y'all cape for them. But when I'm in the room, they become more feminine because I'm in the room. Because I'm a real man. And I don't have to do anything but talk. They say I'm delusional. They say I'm delusional. But they still haven't answered the question. Somebody said because guns are dangerous. See how stupid that statement is? Now, I don't know if you joking. I'm going to hope you joke. How is guns dangerous? Guns are no threat to no one until you decide to use it. So how guns in itself is dangerous? How is guns dangerous? Who said we all came here without permission? I watched y'all come here. I'm not saying y'all, but again, if you came here and you didn't come the right way, the way the system is set up for you to get here, then you shouldn't be here. And it's time to go home, because I don't want a whole bunch of people coming up here using up and taking up all the resources that's supposed to be here for American citizens and for those that did it the right way to get here. That's like saying nukes are, nothing is dangerous until you use it. Humans are dangerous. Listen to what I'm trying to say to you. Humans are dangerous. So we gonna ban humans? Who done more damage in the world than human beings? Are we banning them? Are we banning humans? You look like a cartoon. Brain is not exactly all there, but again, none of y'all answer the question. Now they telling me shut up, go to jail. What is a human? I am. If you don't want to be one, that's fine, but I am. They called your people a monkey. What's your point? Who are they? Again, I've been around. Listen, I didn't spend my life around nobody Republicans, but I spent a lot of time in the last 3 to 4 years around Republicans. And guess what? The funny thing about it is that they don't talk to you in a downward manner like liberals do. They don't talk to you as if you need to change your demeanor around them like liberals do. I notice when I talk to liberals or people that are on the Democratic side, the minute they see the skin color of mine, they start to talk to me in a certain way that I'm not too crazy about. They just assume that all of us are white. They always talk to you some kind of weird. They're so racist, it ain't funny. You know when you're around a white racist person because they talk to you like you spoke. They talk to you like they trying to act black around you. Then they want to talk about certain music around you like you or all black people listen to the same music. Like all black people talk the same way. But y'all don't pay that part no attention. So usually when I'm around Republicans or conservatives, they don't change how they are because I'm present. The ones that usually show that racist skin, that racist part, is when they start to talk to you like, oh, what's up, my brother? What's going on, my man? Yeah, whatever. You listen to country. I don't listen to country music. I don't listen to country music. I mean, there might be a few that I might listen to here and there, but I don't listen to country music. Again, all insults, no substance. But I'm the delusion dummy, but all insults, no substance. All insults, no substance. All insults, no substance. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. I know that the OG Network, Ron's Opinion Don't Matter, is y'all therapy. I'm therapy for liberals and I'm therapy for Democrats. I'm helping them. That's why they here, y'all. Because I give them help. I give them worthiness. I give them space in life. I make them feel important again. Without me, they are nothing. I don't have to rewatch because I know what I said. And at the end of the day, my vote is actually, this is by far the most productive vote I've ever had. By far the most productive vote I ever had. And no one can convince me differently because I'm winning on my vote. My vote is winning. So rather I sound delusional to you, rather I sound like a moron to you or an idiot to you, my vote is winning right now. Everything that I voted for, I'm winning. So honestly speaking, for the ones that have a problem with that, y'all the ones that's losing. And yet y'all still here. You spread dangerous chaos. What in the world did I say that was dangerous nor chaotic? Trump approval rating is at 31%. I can care less where his approval rating at right now. You know why I can care less? Because he's in office and he's doing the job that I voted him to do. So I can care less about someone's approval rating. See, the approval rating would matter if he was running for office. At this point, he's there. I can care less. What I care about is the job he's doing. I don't care about all the people that don't like this, like that. It has nothing to do with Trump personally. It has everything to do with the Trump that he's the job that he's doing. And I'm good with the job that he's doing. That's what matters to me. No, I never was in a union. You're right, TDS is real. You're doing right. Like, subscribe to the channel. I don't care if you hate me or not. Like and subscribe to the channel because you need my help. The most embarrassing administration in history. How? Because he's doing a good job and y'all not happy with it because he's one of the rare few presidents and ain't looking out for all of these idiots and ain't looking out for the LGBTQ community and all this trans stuff because he did away with all that. Y'all mad? Y'all mad because he did away with all that trans stuff? Y'all mad because he stopped men from going into women's bathrooms? Y'all mad at that? Because he stopped them trying to put attack on Africa and trying to force Africans and Africa to do gay marriages? Y'all mad about that? Do you think JD can take over after Trump, or do we need new blood? Sean, I'm still not sold on JD. And I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people that support JD Vance. There's a lot of people that support JD Vance. I'm not totally sold on JD Vance personally. Right now, Ron DeSantis is who I'm looking at. And I'm not totally sold on Ron DeSantis neither, but right now, Ron DeSantis he's my front runner up until this point. Up to this point, Ron DeSantis is my front runner. I'm not totally sold on JD Vance. And I'm not saying that I'm off the table with JD Vance. I'm just saying that for me personally, I am I'm leaning more towards Ron DeSantis. If he runs. I don't know if he's gonna run again, but if he runs, that's where I'm at. I like him. I think that's who got right now. If there was an election that would take place, Ron DeSantis will probably be my vote. Get my vote. I'm not totally sold on JD Vance. Yeah, I love seeing it too because that's all they do. Now, that could change once the election, like when they really start to run and the election start to transpire. I can see it, but right now, I'm at JD Vance. That's where I'm at. I don't, like I said, I like JD Vance, but I'm not totally sold on him. That's just where I'm at. I mean, somebody else might feel differently about it, but I think I like what he did in Florida. I like a lot of what he did in Florida. Ron DeSantis ain't perfect, but I would say at the end of the day, it would be Ron DeSantis. Oh, I am going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm never going to shut up. See, haters motivators. Haters are motivators for me. Haters are motivators. They're never going to shut me up. They're never going to quiet me down. See, because I understand what their intent is. See, I look at the people that come in there like that. What they're trying to do, this is the intent behind it, is to try to bully somebody. They're not bullying me, but try to bully somebody enough that they will force them to shut up and be quiet. That's what they're trying to do. trying to bully up me enough to try to force me to shut up and be quiet. Appreciate the envelope. God bless you. God bless you. Appreciate y'all very, very much. They're trying to force me to shut up or bully someone enough in hopes that they'll stop talking. That's it. You'll never stop me from talking. I'm thick-skinned. I'm from North Philly. If y'all don't know where North Philly is, you need to go find out. I was born and raised in North Philly. So I'm not afraid of certain things. Certain stuff, when people come with that stuff, whatever. It's all good. I'm not that person. You can't bully me because I'm never going to let you bully me. So when they come here with that bull crap, it just keeps motivating me to keep going further. Why? Because I'm getting in your skin and I'm always going to win. I'm getting in your skin and I'm always going to win. Why? Because I'm self-motivated. My motivation don't come from nobody else but self. And whether somebody likes what I'm saying or not, it doesn't matter to me. One thing you're not going to do is bully me into shutting up. That's not going to happen. That's why I'm here. And I love y'all. I appreciate y'all support. Listen, at the end of the day, I appreciate y'all support because at the end of the day, you spent your time here. Whether you hate me, like me, can't stand me, whatever. You still spent your valuable time here with me. And I appreciate that. And I don't take that for granted. And my thing is this, and I say this a lot of times in all my lives. I always say this. I'd rather those type of people come here and say it to me in this safe space than to go out in the street and say that to the wrong person and never be able to come back from that. And that's where I'm at. So I'd rather them come here and say it to me than to go out in the street and say it to someone else and never be able to come back from that. Because you don't know what somebody on the street is going to say. And you don't know what they're going to do. So if you come here and you say it to me, I'm good. I'm thick-skinned. I can handle it. I'm built for this. You know what I mean? I'm built for it tough. I can handle this. But it's all good. Make sure y'all having a blessed day. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Them K's, J's, 7391. God bless you. God bless you. Real talk, real talk. Every single one of y'all that's in the live, God bless y'all. Real talk, real talk. I don't care. At the end of the day, y'all know Ron's opinion don't matter. I'm going to always give y'all my own perspective. One thing I can't be is bully, but I do love y'all and I appreciate y'all time. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the OG Network. Listen, at the end of the day, there's a lot of amazing things that we're doing on this show. If y'all don't get a chance to, make sure y'all check out Sunday Fracas Show. It was hilarious, especially last Sunday. Listen what I'm trying to tell y'all. Last Sunday, the Fracas Show was hilarious. Check out the Fracas Show from last Sunday. It was hilarious. It was we had a wonderful time. We was enjoying things. Check out yesterday and when we had our Philly Talk. So for those that's on this live, make sure y'all check out Philly Talk. We had yesterday with Tasha from City of Philadelphia, who deals with taxes and stuff like that. Y'all can always reach out to her. I appreciate it very, very much. And there's a lot of things that we're doing top to bottom here in skincare. We trying to fix some scheduling, some changes, but they will definitely be back in the house at some point or another. So y'all can check out all of that great, wonderful product that they make. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Vincent said I wasted too many brain cells listening to you. No, you didn't. Vincent, let me explain something to you. No, you didn't. Don't take it like that, brother or sister, whoever you are. Don't take it like that. You enjoyed yourself. I was extremely entertaining to you. Don't take it like that. And you're welcome to come back. This is a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? We good, fam. But you man, don't take. You might have wasted a lot of brain cells, but you replaced them with better ones. You're running away from a debate. Carl Duck. I'm gonna put it to you like this. You don't want that smoke. You want to come in? Come in on a Sunday. You want to come in, Carl? 12 o'clock noon, Sunday. That's what you do. 12 o'clock noon, Sunday, Eastern Standard Time. You're welcome to come in on the Fracas Show. But if you don't show your face and we can't see who you are, you can't come. That's real talk. You can't come. Can you do a little tap dance for us? You funny. No, I'm not. It's always a plus to agree and disagree. Amen. And I agree. I agree. You ain't got to agree with everything I'm saying. Strawberry Mansion Race. God bless you. God bless you. That's what's up. Strawberry Mansion Race. That's what's up. Let's debate now. Well, I ain't got time now. Ooh, Carl is calling you out. Antonio. Again, you're welcome to come in on the Fracas Show. Y'all want to come in? The Fracas Show is the time for that. That's all I'm saying. 12 o'clock noon. You can come on the Fracas Show. You're welcome to come in. All I'm saying. If we don't see your face, if we don't know what you look like, you're not coming in. Do you have a black friend? And can you dap dance for us? First of all my friends are black, but maybe one. I have one friend that is not black. Every last one of my friends are black. Every single one. You might want to go look up North Philly. The population in North Philly. All my friends are black. All the schools I went to were black. Everywhere I'm from is from black. Now, I do have one friend that's white. I know a few other white people, but the friend that I have is what we consider white, but I don't particularly care about black and white at all. Like, skin color don't matter to me. Who you are as an individual do. I can care less about your skin color. But if you wanted to identify as a white and black situation, I only have really one white friend that I consider a friend because we cool and we gotten to know each other and we good. You know what I mean? We don't even talk every day, but my buddy Sean is probably the only one white friend that I have that we good. All my other friends are black. And that's not intentional, it's just the way it is. But I'm not going to tap dance, so let that go. And Ant Like the Bug said, everyone is invited to the Fracas Show. Don't call in sick, boy. You just make sure you show up for the Fracas Show. That's all I'm saying. Make sure you show up. I appreciate to Walter for subscribing to the channel. Real talk. Real talk. And like I said, go check out the channel. Go check out Philly Talk. For those that's on the live, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. But if you check out Philly Talk, and I'm going to give you an idea of what's going on the OG network before I get off here. Philly Talk is where we showcase people from the city of Philadelphia that's doing positive stuff. I know that Philly sometimes get a lot of bad rap, but there's a lot of good things happening in Philadelphia. And me and Ant Like the Bug is trying to reach out to those people and get them on the show. That's Philly Talk. Again, all the other stuff that we're doing, which as far as top to bottom hair and skincare, we trying to revamp some stuff there, so they'll eventually be back. The other thing is the Fracas Show is what we do on Sundays, 12 o'clock noon. So if those come check out the Fracas Show, and all of these things are Eastern Standard Time. There's other things that we're going to eventually add into the OG network as things progress. You know what I mean? But this is my show. Every morning around 10 o'clock, other than Friday. Friday, I don't want the rhetoric. We can do that all week. But Friday, when I do my show on Friday, it's about money. It's about business, and it's about that. Mondays is likes and dislikes. Friday is when I talk about finances. I call it Broke Man Investing. And I tell people how I do what I do. And if you broke, you can do it the way I'm doing it if you intend to take advantage of that. So those are the things that we do on the OG network. And that's all I'm saying. So for those, you don't want that smoke, Carl. I'm telling you, you really don't. You think you do, but you really don't. Like, you couldn't even answer one question that I asked. I asked nobody no questions. I asked one question. And you couldn't even answer that question. So you're not prepared for nobody like me. Trust me when I tell you. I come on this channel and I handle people with kid gloves. I really do. I handle people with kid gloves. You really don't want no smoke when it comes to me. And I'm warning you. I'm giving you a warning, because if I open that door on you and I let you come in for real, you're not gonna understand where I'm coming from. You literally don't know what you're dealing with. I handle a lot of people with kid gloves. I do. That's just my makeup. I handle people with kid gloves until I see where you at. And when I see where you at, then it changes into something else. But if you really feel like you want to smoke, you can come in on Sundays. You can come in on Sundays and open yourself up to it. That's all I'm saying. But I'm giving you fair warning. You really don't know who you're talking to. That's all I'm saying. I told you. I gave you permission. You can come in. I got things I got to do. So the show is almost over. But again, you can come in and make sure you got your face in the place. Because we don't want to see no nothing else but your face. If your face is not there, we can't see who you are. We're not talking. And like I said, I'm handling y'all with kid gloves. Before you come on my show, Carl, you might want to cipher through my channel. You really do. You might want to cipher through my channel before you make that decision. And I'm telling you, most of what I'm saying on here is kid glove stuff. That's all I'm saying. But if you want to come in, you're welcome to come in on Sundays, 12 o'clock noon, Eastern Standard Time. You can come in, and we got to see your face. If you don't see your face, you're not coming in. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not running. I got things I got to do, and I got to get back to it. But you're welcome to come in. And on Sundays, like I said, none of that stuff goes on Sundays. Friday. Friday, when I do my show, is about money. And that's it. But make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. And make sure y'all check out the Fracker Show this Sunday. Y'all all have a blessed, wonderful day. And like I always say on my live, I always tell people this. Ron's opinion don't matter. But the one thing Ron's opinion matters is having a relationship with Jesus Christ. That is the one thing that matters. Outside of that, everything else I say, it is what it is. But the one thing Ron's opinion does matter when it comes to having a relationship with God. And that's one thing that I always say my opinion matters with. And with that said, y'all all have a blessed, wonderful day. I'm out of here. Peace.